Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what today is?
It's late on a Saturday.
It's Q&A Saturday.
Late.
Yeah,
so what are we Q&Aing today?
Okay, so
Which chapters first?
Oh, shit. The book of Esther, chapters 1, 2, and 3?
Yes,
Does that
is
sound
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're covering.
Right.
And we're going to talk about Queen Vashti.
Okay.
A lot, and a little bit about who the fuck is King Ahasuerus.
I don't even remember the Ahasuerus.
You wouldn't, because it wasn't there, but it wasn't, but I didn't
What?
say it. Yeah, I know, right? Stay tuned.
All right, let's get into this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so who is King Ahasuerus and why do I give a fuck?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how at the beginning of each little section, as we're reading, there's those little headline blurbs that like subtitle the next section or whatever?
Right.
We decided not to read those.
Right.
Okay, so I've been sitting on this since Wednesday because the chapter started out, Queen Vashti defies King Ahasuerus. Or Ahasuerus, or however you say his name.
Got it.
I kind of like the dinosaur,
right,
Ahasuerus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been saying in my head.
Got it.
But the whole rest of the chapter referred to King Xerxes.
Right.
So I filed that away in my little brain hole and was like, I'm going to check that shit out.
Right.
And so now I'm checking that shit out.
Okay. All right. Okay? Yeah.
So, because it's actually subtitled Queen Vashti defies King Ahasuerus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, who's King Ahasuerus?
Right.
And why is the rest of the chapter referencing Xerxes? Yeah. So the Hebrew form of Ahasuerus is believed to have derived from the old Persian name of Xerxes I.
Oh.
The Persian name was independently rendered in ancient Greek as Xerxes, and the E's have all these fun clicky doodles on top of all different, blah, 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 cool stuff. Okay, the Persian name was independently rendered in ancient Greek as Xerxes, and many newer English translations and paraphrases of the Bible have used the name Xerxes.
Okay.
Such as the one that we're reading from.
Yeah.
Except for that one subtitle.
That's weird that they subtitle it the one way, but then refer the other.
Exactly. That's
really
why
weird.
I was confused.
Yeah.
There is no reference to known historical events in this story that we're reading.
Okay.
About Queen Vashti and
Got it.
Esther and whatever.
Okay.
Some consider the narrative of Esther was given to provide an origin for the Jewish holiday Purim, which we will get into in these coming chapters. Okay.
Yep.
So I couldn't read too much more without giving myself spoilers about what's ahead.
Right.
But Purim is a very important Jewish holiday, and this story supposedly gives the origins of that holiday. Okay. And the name Ahasuerus is usually understood to refer to a fictionalized Xerxes I, who ruled the Achaemenid Empire. Okay. Mm-hmm. Between 486 and 465 BCE.
Got it. Okay.
So that's all I'm going to say about that guy, because, like I said, the rest kind of gets into
other shit we're going to cover.
What's Purim? Well, we're not there yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just file that away in your brain hole. Okay.
Yep.
But then now let's get on to Vashti. That's who I'm really interested in, right after who was King Ahasuerus. Okay.
Yep.
Vashti, as the first wife of Persian King Ahasuerus in the book Esther, was a queen of Persia. She was either executed or banished for her refusal to appear at the king's banquet to show her beauty as Ahasuerus wished.
So we were right. Something bad did happen to her.
We don't know if she was banished or killed.
Right. But something bad. Either way.
Yeah. She was get gone.
Right.
Yeah. So that refusal, her refusal to come forward at his beck and call, might be better understood via the Jewish tradition that she was ordered to appear naked. Except for that crown. Like, remember, she was told to appear.
They aren't Jewish, though. Xerxes is not Jewish. Remember, they don't even like Jewish people.
Right, but the Jewish tradition is that she was ordered to appear naked.
Okay.
Not the Jewish tradition of the story, the way the Jews tell the story, is that she was ordered to appear naked.
Got it.
Not that they were Jewish.
Got it. Okay. So in lore, she was supposed to appear naked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for the crown on her head.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in the Midrash, which is one of the
supplemental
books written by rabbis that kind of give us a what's what.
Right.
Vashti is described as wicked and vain. Okay. Now, we'll get into that more in a minute. Okay. So I've got a little asterisk note more later.
Sure.
Okay. So file that away again in your brain hole.
Right.
However, she is viewed as an independent-minded heroine in feminist theological interpretations of the story.
Got it.
And then I've got a double asterisk. More on that in a minute, too.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I'm already loving this because I'm like, oh, shit. Who's Vashti? And I'm going to need a t-shirt that says, Justice for Vashti.
I need somebody to track all the fucking t-shirts you need. Jesus.
But this one I really need because,
got it, yeah.
Feminism.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the text lacks any references to known events, some historians believe that the narrative of Esther is fictional, and the name Ahasuerus is used to refer to a fictionalized Xerxes I.
Got it.
Some historians additionally argue that because the Persian kings did not marry outside a handful of Persian noble families, it is very unlikely that there was ever a Jewish Queen Esther.
Right.
And that in any case, the historical Xerxes' queen was Amestris.
Okay. Yep.
So this is very likely
not true in any way whatsoever.
Right. Got it. Again, it's just a story to talk about why the holiday of Purim was created or whatever.
An entire holiday has an origin of complete fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
That tracks.
Got it. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
So according to the Midrash, Vashti was the great-granddaughter of King Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon.
Yeah.
The granddaughter of King Marduk, and the daughter of King Belshazzar.
Okay.
That King Belshazzar. How bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Right.
Okay. During Vashti's father's rule, mobs of Medes and Persians attacked.
Okay.
They murdered Belshazzar that night. Vashti, unknowing of her father's death, ran to her father's quarters. There she was kidnapped by King Darius of Persia, but Darius took pity on her.
How Darius he?
How dare you see? Yeah. He took pity on her after he kidnapped her and gave her to his son Ahasuerus to marry.
Ah.
Okay?
Yeah. As you know, you just give women away.
Yeah, when you feel sorry for them,
So,
you're like, oh, here, go
instead
live
of a
with...
Tonka truck, you know, you
Right.
give women.
Here, you can have a Barbie and a truck, like a Hot Wheels,
Yeah.
or a new bride.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so remember I told you I had 2, I'll get there in a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first one.
I got to interject real quick, though.
Mm-hmm.
Vashti.
Yes.
These people killed her dad and her entire family, probably, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And they give her
Mm-hmm.
to their son
Mm-hmm.
to marry.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be very happy with that scenario if I was a person in the same scenario.
In Vashti's shoes.
Yeah. Like, that's a shit-ass scenario.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That was
totally
it.
agree.
That was it.
I mean, death would have been the alternative. So
Sure.
Death, or you can live with my son.
It's
Because I'm
still
sorry
a
for
shit
you.
situation.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So.
Totally. Definitely agree. Okay, so the first asterisk that I wrote was that, you know, in some stories she's viewed as a piece of shit asshole, right?
Right.
Okay, we're going to talk about that one.
Okay.
Based on Vashti's descent from a king who was responsible for the destruction of the temple, as well as on her unhappy fate, the Midrash presents Vashti as wicked and vain. Okay? Remember?
Okay.
I told you about that?
She wouldn't have been the one making the decision, though, about destroying the temple. That was her dad or grandfather or whatever the fuck he was.
Right, but what they're saying is she comes from
that line.
bad people.
Okay.
And her dad was bad, she's bad, and you know, she didn't come when the king called, so fuck that bitch.
I really don't think that women had a lot of opportunity to be bad in this era.
They did not.
They just were, and they got pushed around and you know, they had to do what they were told, basically, or they get banished / executed.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm glad to hear you say that, but we will talk about her as
sure. No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't like people saying she's bad. I'm like, she didn't fucking do anything. She got her parents killed. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, she didn't get her parents killed.
Well, no, yeah.
Her
No, I'm
parents
sorry.
were
I said
killed.
that badly.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. But no, I get what you're saying. Now, since Vashti is ordered to appear before the king on the 7th day of the feast,
Yeah.
the rabbis argued that Vashti enslaved Jewish women and forced them to work on the Sabbath.
Okay, but again, they're not Jewish. These people are not Jewish, and if they're in a it wouldn't have exactly been her decision. There might have been slaves. I'm sure there were slaves, in fact. But do you have sympathy for their when you have slaves? Okay, I'm not trying to defend Vashti, right? But she's told to hold a banquet for the women of the area.
She
right?
wasn't told to hold one.
Okay, she was holding one.
She did hold one
okay.
the same day that he held his.
But she needs help getting it ready, and there are slaves. You don't take into question whether or not they need the day off or not. You're like, no, you're slaves. And I'm not agreeing with the scenario. Just be clear here.
Yeah.
But this would have happened with anybody in that era. They would have been like, no, you work for me. I don't give a fuck about your fucking traditions.
Right. Nobody's talking about the slaves that would have served the king's banquet.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to defend slavery in any way whatsoever. It's a horrible thing.
Obviously.
But also, the women of that era are a lesser type. You know, they are not treated as equals.
They were not treated correctly. Yeah.
Right. And they are pulling from the same pool of slaves that the king would have been using.
Yes.
So I don't know that was specifically something that she would have said, I'm going to make these people work on their holiday or their day, their Sabbath. You know, it's just part of what happened back then.
Exactly.
And again, not defending slavery at all.
So I hear you and I agree with you, but let me continue.
Sure.
Okay?
Sorry, I'm getting a little heated here about stuff.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, husband.
Yeah.
I love you. So they attribute her unwillingness to appear before the king and his drinking partners not to modesty, but rather to an affliction with a disfiguring illness.
Okay.
So she didn't want to appear to them naked or otherwise, they say, because she had some kind of disfiguring illness.
Got it. Okay.
Which, that just goes along with... And, of course, as a bad guy, only bad guys get disfiguring illnesses.
Sure, yeah. That's how that goes.
One account relates that she suffered from leprosy, while another states that the angel Gabriel came and, quote, fixed a tail on her.
Oh, man.
Right?
She had a fucking tail?
What the fuck, right?
Man.
Now, the latter possibility, the tail, okay, is often interpreted as a euphemism for a miraculous transformation to male anatomy.
What?
That the tail was actually a penis.
I'm okay.
So
an angel came down and did
poof, you're a man. Right? Like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, is this our first representation of trans?
Right?
In
like that's an interesting little, like, that could be maybe a whole fucking episode in and of itself.
Yes, it could.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I will be looking more into that, obviously.
Right, yeah.
But the little section I was looking at didn't have a lot else to say on that. So
okay.
Moving on.
Yeah.
According to the Midrashic account, Vashti was a clever politician, and the ladies' banquet that she held in parallel to her husband's banquet represented an astute political maneuver.
Okay.
Since the noble women of the kingdom would be present at her banquet, she would have control of a valuable group of hostages in case a coup d'etat occurred during the king's feast.
Oh. So she was actually doing the king a favor, maybe-ish?
No.
Like by having control of the powerful people's wives?
Well, maybe. But also it was protection for her so that she could not be knocked from her throne right in front of anybody when she decided, no, I'm not going to come to you.
Got it.
She's like, and I have all these other people hostage here.
Well, that didn't work out very well.
No, it didn't. Okay, but that's enough about that. Remember I said I had a second asterisk?
Yes.
And this was about her being viewed as a feminist icon.
Okay. Yep.
Vashti's refusal to obey the summons of her drunken husband has been admired as heroic in many feminist interpretations of the Book of Esther.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I took it. Like, she stood up to this guy who's drunk an asshole, right? Mm-hmm. So, whatever.
Early feminists admired Vashti's principle and courage, as well they should.
Right.
Harriet Beecher Stowe called Vashti's disobedience the first stand for women's rights.
Wow.
Right?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and I had to look her up because I had never heard of her.
Yeah.
She's an American writer and activist who was a leader of the women's rights movement in the U.S. during the mid to late 19th century.
Okay.
So 1800s.
Yeah.
Anyway, this chick, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, wrote that Vashti, quote, added new glory to her day and generation by her disobedience. For resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's Vashti in pop culture. And there was like a whole string of things. Like the name Vashti is given to many characters.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. And then knowing what it represents makes it even cooler. Right? There were only two that I thought were worth, there was only one that I thought was really worth repeating here. Yeah. Vashti makes a brief appearance in the Veggie Tales episode, Esther, the girl who became queen. You know Veggie Tales, right?
Yeah, that's a religious cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. In the episode, she is abruptly thrown out of the palace after she refuses to make the king a sandwich in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah. What a PC way of putting the whole thing.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. Way to go, Veggie Tales. You done did good there.
I guess.
Right. So that is my little 2 cents on both King Ahasuerus Rex and his wife Vashti.
All right. Well, that was our Q&A for Esther 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow we're going to be back with
our Sacrilegious book club.
And then on Monday we'll be back with
Esther Chapter 4.
All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.